Hello, Marcus Lim here with a 5-month check-in to my progress in Dan Hollings the plan. So 5 months, you can see that some of these bots have been running since the very beginning. 5 months, 4 days, right? Before I dig deeper into each of these bots, just want to say that I'm kind of sort of following Jason Fladlien's approach, where he only checks in once a month, does his modifications, adding new bots, adding capital to existing bots, right? He only does that once a month. So I think that's a good approach, right? Most of the time just do nothing, but once a month maybe see what needs to be done. So the other thing is that I'm not really hiding the coins anymore, right? Like in my previous videos, because I think it doesn't really matter whether you know what coins they are or not. I mean, even if some of these coins have been running so long, right? And they're not necessarily the best coins that you could start right now. And also I guess this also highlights the fact that this plan, right, it's not going to get saturated, so it doesn't really matter even if you use the same coin pairs. It's not like Amazon selling where if I tell you what products I'm currently selling that's doing really well, and if you go and do that, then yes, there is a chance that eventually you'll get saturated because everyone's going to be selling the same thing. But that's just not the case with the plan. So I'm not really trying to hide anything anymore. So with all that said, let's get into this. So the portfolio effects, right? I've got 5 pots actively running, and you can see that there's some clear winners and also some, I wouldn't say losers, just because I haven't actually sold closed or sold the coin, so I'm not actually losing anything. But just in terms of, I guess, looking in terms of the change, right? You can see, for instance, this one, it's over 100%. 1.5, that's what is it, 2.5 times, right? The investment, right? So this is clearly the best one I've got, and it has actually been running since the beginning. Profit wise, it's actually close to twice, right? Close to actually the initial investment itself, approaching 100%. Okay, so this is a clear winner. And if I do, let's say, a month back, or even 3 months back, right, it's actually run longer than 3 months. Yeah, so that's that's what it kind of looks like, right? Start from there, kind of dipped. It was kind of out of range for mid-June to early August, so that's 1.5 out of action, and then went back in, and since then it has been wiggling mostly, right? And then recently just kind of spiked up, right? So that's a pretty picture over there. Shows you what a bot that has been running for more than 5 months. Okay, and I'm probably just gonna let it keep running. And I should say that usually when you get to this kind of above 100%, or even I don't know, 20, 30, 40%, you should seriously consider putting a stop loss. But I guess in my case, I don't really, I just want to have at least one of my bots run for a long time, just because it's kind of cool to see this keep going up and up and up. And I guess it's also good for proof, if I wanted to show people, look, I've got one bot that I can brag about, right? But all I'm saying is, for those of you guys, it's wise to actually lock in your profits, putting a stop loss. And that's actually a lesson that I learned, for instance, in this one over here, which, out of all these ones, this is probably the worst performing one. I mean, I haven't lost anything yet, just because I haven't sold, but if I were to sell everything now, close and sell, then this is how much I would lose. Although the beauty of the plan is, if I had simply bought and held, right, buy hold, I would actually have lost 75%, right? But because the plan, right, it was quite kind of wiggling profits in the beginning, right, $1,200, right, and so that actually kind of offsets the loss, right? Like losing money, like much less, like half of what I would have lost in this case. So yeah, so that's one way you can think about it. But in this case, what I wanted to say also is, I should probably have like put a stop loss, right, when it kind of like got me that sort of profit in the beginning, because then it sort of just dropped from August onwards, right? And it's hard to say whether you'll recover or not, but at this point, I'll probably just keep this one running for a little bit longer, and if it does go up a little bit, then I might consider closing it and moving on to a new bot. I mean, it's kind of dropped quite a lot, as you can see, right? Losing probably more than half of its value, right? So yeah, so that's that one. The lesson is, for you guys watching, make sure you put a stop loss to lock in your gain before it sort of drops like that. Alright, so these are my best, probably the worst one there. As for these other ones, like this one, yeah, it's okay. Like being wiggling in and out of range most of the past 2 months, I'd say, almost 2 months. Yeah, been out of range, although it looks like it is gradually coming back in, so I think it's got good potential. I might just leave these running and see what happens. And now on to this one here. This one is very interesting to me, because even though you can see that it's sort of dropped quite a bit in terms of the coin value, right, and profits only a little bit, and yet at the moment I'm actually up, and that's because having my coin on the right as BTC means that like the value of the BTC has gone up, and so that's actually why overall my change percent is actually positive, right? So this is a very interesting one to me. But again, yeah, probably would have been good for me to put a stop loss as well. But I didn't. But in any case, this is a very easy one to decide. I'm definitely gonna stop this one, kill it, and sell all the coin, and then move on to a new bot. This is just because it's very unlikely for this to get back into range anytime soon, right? Might take a pretty long time before it does it, right? If it ever does, right? You take a while to do it, and so it's better off just moving on to a new bot and start getting wiggle profit immediately. Now that especially now that it's like actually in the green, a little bit in the green. Yeah, so that's an easy one. I'm definitely gonna kill this. Maybe I've put a stop loss, I don't know, but in any case, I'm looking to kill this in very shortly and move on to a new bot. And just in terms of a new bot, right, I've been running some of these demo bots as well. You can see, like, for instance, this one over here seems to be doing pretty good. Hasn't even done a day yet, right? It's already done that much profit. So I might consider one of these bots, demo bots. So okay, back to this. Okay, this final one here. Okay. Now this one, this one could potentially go into range, but it's just that, you know, over the past like month and a bit, it's just been doing this sideways thing. So I'm not sure what will happen next. Although what I'm thinking though about this one is I think I kind of wanna like try out the trailing down feature. I mean, I could just kill this, right, and, you know, stop, kill everything, move on to a new bot if I wanted to. But yeah, I want to see how trailing down works in action, so I actually might do that for this one, right? And I'll probably do that offline in another video, which I'll put into my members area for people who've joined the plan through my link. So I'll probably do that because I actually want to see in action on a live bot. So that's probably what I'm gonna do. Okay. And yeah, so I think that's about it for my 5 bots. Okay. I do have enough profit now to start one more bot, right? As you can see, if I go to KuCoin by balance, you can see that, yeah, I've got enough BTC to start a new BTC bot, right? And so, you know, altogether I would have 6. Like if I kill this one over here and replace it with a new bot, but in addition I'll also start a new bot. And as I showed you just now, I've got a list of, you know, demo bots that I could pick, right, from both KuCoin and Binance, right? I'll probably pick one of these better performing ones. Yeah, so I guess that's it. But yeah, 6 bots means I'll have to upgrade to a higher plan, right? Because active bots only 5 at the current plan, so 20. Yeah, at one bot, that's how much I have to pay. So yeah, I think it's worth doing. Because yeah, you know, at some point it's good to have like more than 10 bots running. At least that's my goal. Okay. So yeah, so I'll probably get that going with the upgrade. But yeah, as it stands, this is what it looks like. Okay. And just remember, right, Dan always likes to say, if you win 65% of the time in this, right, it's you know, it's a good thing. Like, you don't need 100% win to win. 65% win, you can win, as you can see here. Right, there's some winners, there's some losers, but overall I'd say it's probably more than 65% win, just because of this one winner here. Which just, like, yeah, sometimes all it takes is just one out of your portfolio to win big, and you know, you've pretty much overall come out on top. So yeah, hope you enjoyed this video. Right, this is just a very realistic, no sugarcoating, no hiding any of my bots, right? Just so you can see realistically what could happen, right, after running this 5 months. And hopefully you can see the potential and also some of the lessons. And the main one being that, you know, putting a stop loss is a very good thing that you should do. once it's made enough profit, and the change percent is high enough, like you want to lock in the gain. So hope you enjoyed this video. I'll definitely make some of those changes I mentioned, and I'll talk to you very soon. Hi, I'm back. I thought I'd just record this because shortly after I recorded my last the video, I was actually wanting to regrid this, as I was telling you what my plans were, right? But what actually happened was, you can see, right, it just shot up and now it's in range again, right? It's wiggling away. So it's actually been, like from here, right, more than a month and a bit, almost a month and a half, right, that is out of range. So yeah, that's why I was actually wanting to start doing something about it, like doing some kind of regrid with the trending down. But it looks like I don't have to yet, because yeah, it's gone up, shot up pretty fast, and it's wiggling. Okay, so I'm just gonna leave it for now. Do its thing. It's actually gone up by what, $100 just overnight, right? Yeah, just by wiggling away. So yeah, that was a pleasant surprise to me, that one. But the other thing also I wanted to show you is I have actually closed the other one that I wanted to close. So I did close it with a stop loss. This is T-Field BTC. You can see stop loss, right? And I closed it around when it was 1.55%, and it hit my stop loss then. So now I've freed up my BTC, right? You can see on the right here, I freed it up, so I have more than enough to start a new BTC bot. Yeah, you can see, right, T-Field, yeah, just sold everything into BTC. So yeah, so I can actually do that and start my new bot. And which bot am I gonna start? Well, look at my demo bots. This is performing really well on Binance. VGX BTC, 3.51% wiggle rate. That's really amazing. So I'm gonna see if I can start this one very soon. And also on KuCoin, this is even more amazing. Look at this, 10.69% wiggle rate. Yeah, I just can't wait to start it with real money now. So anyway, that's yeah, those are two that I'm currently thinking of starting with real money. Okay, so then when I do that, I will have 6 actively running bots. Okay, so that's it. I will make those changes and I'll talk to you soon.